Good afternoon, everybody. I'm debating if I'm gonna, I probably should. It's sunny. I should just do it. Hi. Good morning, Kesha. Oh my God, my hair is nuts today. Okay. So today is a Binky Day. Meaning, whoops, we're going to do some binkies, and I may try this a little bit differently today. I don't know that I want that overlapping that much, but because it's going to end up. Hello. Y'all popped right in here. Goodness. Were you just sitting there waiting? Good morning, everyone. All right. So we have 5 binkies here to do. I still have not thought of an idea for the peach binky. I'm struggling. It's not pink, it's peach. So it's a weird color. But we're gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna play some music because I need music in my life. I think we're gonna go to my favorites and just shuffle through it. So I'm kind of thinking I may do this with these on here, sort of, so I know where I need to place everything. Although that sometimes YouTube doesn't send out the notifications right away. All right, so those of you who were not here yesterday, this is what we got. We got a skunk binky that was ordered. Got another Pokemon. This will make the 3rd one, or the 2nd one. Then we did another Monsters Inc. one. Turned out really cute. And we have Spike. And then this one is already claimed. We have a Rainbow Dash. No, I'm not. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm waiting for this one to peel itself back up here. There we go. So I can clip this here. There. That one's a little bit over, and who else? Now these are permanent vinyl, so they should be okay, but that is not my e-cig, that is resin. The Spike one is cute. It was completely organically made as far as like placements and stuff. So we're just gonna resin these. I'm gonna start with the Pokemon one, just because I have done this one before, so I know kind of what to expect from. I'm gonna use this. No, we're gonna use this because it'll stick a little bit. I held everything. A moment. It's just gonna give me a surface that I can peel up later on. Okay. Glove for my left hand because you're not supposed to touch the resin. It's too loud. We got a Leo over there. As soon as he heard that window open, he. Alrighty, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and do the top first. We're gonna try to avoid. I need to get myself a heat gun. But a light, I can't really use a lighter on these, but. Have my room very well ventilated today so that we can get the proper ventilation and don't get high from it. I do need that light just in case I need to cure a coat real quick. I'm kind of letting this flow where it needs to go a little bit. I'll leave that over here. I need a little bit more. Crap. Hello? Huh? Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do, just so I don't damage this in the process, is just give it a little bit of curing. And I just leave it on for a few seconds because it kind of cures it. Kitty! I need another glove, but I guess I can just use this one. Is it on there? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. This is the most important part right here, is this top and the bottom, of course, but I'm going to try to get this whole thing before I cure anything. Hi, Simon. Hi, Leo and Simon. You're both in here. Oops, that one got a little bit close. The rest of these that are not already claimed will be up for sale later today. So everything, the Monsters Inc., the Spike, those will all be up for sale soon. Okay. We'll let that sit for a minute and see if it levels out a little bit. Yeah, it kind of self-levels, so I'm gonna go ahead and that looks pretty good. Actually, we're gonna move this over here. That looks pretty good. Hopefully I can pop the air bubbles real quick. Yep, there we go. Working with resin is interesting. I need my paper towels. Where are they? The reason I do that is to help pop some of the air bubbles. And ended up with a few, but it's okay. You can also do it with a straw. I'm going to give it a little bit more of a cure. I'm going to sit this baby under there. Because I am throwing them outside in a little while. I want them partially cured. Hello, Sublethal Weapon. How are you? They're going to sit outside. Thankfully, it's not windy. Not really. Yesterday, it was too windy to put these outside, so I didn't do them because I'm like, nah, oh, fucking hell. There we go. I was just like, no, we're going down here. We're doing good over here. We're working with some resin. Give me a second. I need to find a paper towel. So it's not all over my hand when I switch it. Okay. What am I doing? It's a little drippy, but that's okay. We'll fix that. I'm hanging by a friend. I'm gonna start this over again. So I try to hold onto a time when nothing matters. Nope, we're dripping off that edge and that edge. I might have to resin that, or not resin, but cure it a little bit before I go on. Just a little bit. Okay. We are working on binkies today. Trying to just kind of cure. Ooh, let's not get that near there yet. Just trying to cure this so it doesn't drip off. Some of them drip, some of them do not. It just depends. Do I have one or two? I have one. And we're using UV resin, so it's not as chemically. I don't have a mask at the moment for this. It's something not easy to come by. But we can use this in a well-ventilated room. And this is the little curing light right here. And when I'm doing this, I just kind of cure it a teeny bit just so that when it doesn't drip everywhere. For some reason, sometimes this particular design is really hard to do. It needs a little more right there. That's okay. Just to get that level. Let's see how high I need to go up there. I don't like to cure it ahead of time, but sometimes when it's dripping like that, I have to. Otherwise, it's all just going to slough off. And then it takes some time to kind of level it out. I do need a teeny bit more in this area. And then you have to just kind of level it. The rest of it. See, we're dripping on that side again. This one, oops. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cure a tiny bit. Get this off my hand. At least mostly off my hand. And I think that one's pretty much done. By the way, these two Binkies, the purple one with Spike on it, and this one will be up for sale later today. I'm not sure if I'll be selling this design or not, just for the purpose of my Cricut did not like cutting it. So I have to see if I can get USA. We're in Kansas. I am currently, those of you who have not been around much, I am currently on lockdown, basically. I have a compromised immune system, as most of you know, and I am one of the high risk because I also have asthma and things. So I am pretty much been in my house for the last 2 weeks, and it's driving me crazy. The only time I went out twice. The only time I went out was to go to PetSmart because there was literally one other person there other than the cashier. And that is mostly cured now. Okay. I just didn't want to have globs running around. Let me get this too. So the other time was when we went to get dinner, we went through a drive-through. And we had no problem with me doing that because I was in the car, not even close to the person. So, but I have not gone to PT. I have not gone to counseling, nothing. So, okay, you decided to be a little shit right there. So we got to give it a little bit more over here. And then a little bit to blend this right here. And that I kind of need to use my finger for because it does not like to blend over here much. Just so that it's like nice and level. There we go. It's a little, this one I may take off because I don't typically get really great results with this particular design. Currently, 2 of us are home. Andrew is also off work because he works for a college and the college is completely shut down. He only goes in to take care of the grass as needed. So he has mostly been home this last couple of weeks. We do have a stay-at-home order here in Kansas. Hannah, or Zelly, as you guys know her, is considered an essential worker. She works at a call center and takes calls for a bank. So she is considered an essential person. So she is still working, but she's also wearing gloves, mask, hat stuff type of thing to keep herself protected. They're sanitizing all the time. They have rearranged the desks so that nobody is sitting directly across or next to each other. They also have cubicles, which is good, so that it kind of keeps that distance a little bit in there anyway. So we're taking every precaution. We're not flipping out. But I am, like, normally we'd be going grocery shopping today, me and Hannah. Her and Andrew are doing it today. So I kind of want to test something out with this one. A little bit, just a little bit. Are we going crazy? Yes and no. We went out and we made sure I had stuff to do. And my customers are keeping me busy, which I am so thankful for. If you are one of my customers who has ordered during this time, I appreciate the money and I appreciate having something to do. Because I would go insane. You don't like to have crafters, especially bored. Creative people with bored and shit is not a good combo. So I am keeping as busy as I can. I have been having orders coming in, so that's really good. Helps financially right now because Andrew is, thank God, they decided to give him some overtime pay. So instead of we normally have $3,000 to $4,000 checks every month for him right now, but because they're not working, they were down to base pay, which is about $2,300 a month. And thankfully they're giving him overtime, so he should be closer to $3,000 a month, which will be great. that's not just Hannah's income also. Hannah is working still full time, so she's busy. Get this off real quick because I'm hitting that point where I can't actually work with it there. So, but thankfully, and if it comes down to it, I mean, with the government check thing coming in, we'll be okay. But yes, we're doing all right. But seriously, you guys, even if your guys' money, if it doesn't go to our household, it goes to things I can do. Like a bunch of my orders from last month actually went toward me purchasing things for clothing. I made myself a bunch of t-shirts. I have fabric here to make some shortalls for myself for this summer, if I ever get the chance to wear them outside my house. So you guys, the orders that have come in have definitely, at the very least, made it so A, I can make new products. B, I'm kept busy because I hate being bored. Like, I do watch a lot of TV and YouTube and things like that, but I get bored with that as well. So, I don't like being bored, and watching TV can get boring. So we are doing what we can to really keep my mind engaged. I'm probably going to go for a walk later today, actually, because with my walker. So that'll be fun. Get us out, get us moving, get a little bit of sunshine, because that vitamin D is important for your immune system. You're a little bit drippy. I need to turn you. Oops. I kind of need to hold you from a different angle. Let's try this. I'm very carefully and gingerly touching this because I don't want to smear my resin once it's nice and... How are your kitties? Are they happy to have you home all the time? Yes, they are. I mean, I'm home all the time anyway. Like during the day, I'm home, but like I'm usually allowed to go out in public at night once everybody's home from work. Hannah often takes me to the grocery store if we need to go, or we run to the craft store or something. So that's the hardest thing, is not being able to just go out when I need to. Hey, I need a change of scenery. Now I can go out and just take a ride in the car if I really am desperate, which we did the other night. Hannah had to run some errands. I went with her, but I stayed in the car. So, but the kitties are doing wonderfully, guys. They are very well adjusted at this point. Simon's just a skittish cat. He's a good boy though. He adores me to no end. He loves his mama so much. He follows me all over the place. He's just really precious. So is Leo. Leo's younger. He just turned 1 5 days ago on the 24th. So he is I'm cute. Hi, Leo. He is our ball of energy, but he's also a really good sleeper. So because it was 6 weeks today that we got them. 6 weeks today, and on Saturday and Sunday is always when we see that change, because we got them on Sunday. And we've been seeing this since we got them, not Leo, Simon, since we've got Simon. Every Saturday or Sunday, he does something different to adjust. This last couple of days have been a little bit cray-cray. It started Friday night this time. They're climbing things. They're exploring different areas. Simon is starting to explore my craft room. He's starting to climb things more. He's a clumsy little kitty. I will tell you that much. He is such a klutz, and it's adorable. He's just a sweetheart, though. Oh my goodness. He adores his mama to no end, and pretty much he only wants his mama. He tolerates the other two, and he'll walk up for pets and things, but he tends to run from them. With me, he just comes right up. But like he'll sit on the couch with me and Hannah. He'll ask Andrew for food and things like that. Like he is adjusting well. He's just such a goofball. He's such a clumsy little boy, but they are so much fun. And I am so thankful that I did not have to go through lockdown and quarantine without a cat because I would have gone insane. Like these guys are entertaining to no end. They seriously chase each other everywhere. They play together like hardcore play. They will just play and play and play, and they do so well together. Then they'll lay down and groom each other. You know, they're best buddies, and so we are so thankful to have them right now because I would be depressed. It would be horrible. 6.5 weeks without my other cat. I do miss him still. Like I miss his cuddling. These two don't cuddle like he did. I miss the cuddling. That's the main thing. It's like I miss just the cat laying on me and snuggling. But they are starting to get a little bit more cuddly. Leo came and laid with me last night at 4 a.m. He woke me up because he like walks all over me. But we're really starting to see the adjustment come into play a lot more now. So they're doing really great. I couldn't be more pleased with how they are doing. We are still in the process of getting Simon to eat different food because he's been on science diet for so long. He likes it. We bought a food that he has some allergies. He has both environmental allergies, and I think he has some allergies to grains. So he sneezes all the time, and he has runny eyes. A runny eye. So it's kind of funny that, of course, we get a cat with allergies because all three of us have allergies. But we're trying to get him on a better food for his system. We bought one. We wanted to do a fish one because the fish oils are super great for their skin. But we seem to have a cat that doesn't really like fish, which is so strange. Like he'll eat treats that have fish. Like we have a Friskies treat thing that he eats, and it's lobster and mac and cheese flavored. He'll eat that, but he does not really eat anything with fish. Like we gave him the new food, and he would spit it out. His brother devours it, so we're not shit out of luck on that food. His brother devours it, and he has a super strong stomach, so we don't mind switching when the time comes. But we're trying to get a food that we can get Simon to eat because we know whatever Simon eats, Leo will eat. So it's not a big deal with Leo. Leo is a food monger. This cat is ridiculous. He will literally take food right off your plate. He'll swat it right off your mouth. We're working on that because he's very, very food motivated, very food motivated. He already is learning how to sit. We've only had him for 6 weeks, and we're already training him that he needs to sit. So he's working on that. That one looks really good. I'm pretty impressed with this one. I'll get it out a little bit farther on this bottom here. But Simon is not food motivated at all. At all. Like we offer, like when we're done eating our food, I have to cure that. When we're done eating our food, we tend to, if it's something they can eat, we put our plate down on the ground or off to the side, and then they know they can lick it if they want to. Leo goes nuts for that stuff. He licks everything. Simon actually doesn't ever. Like we offer things to him, and he doesn't want them. So that's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. He's a very picky eater. So we are working on getting the right food for him. I know this is weird. I have remnants I need to probably brush my teeth again, but I end up with a really dry mouth at night. So it ends up like even after I've had things. Love on them. You lost your kitten in the campfire last year. Oh my God. No. Oh. Kitties are just, so this is the thing about me. This is a very funny fact about me. When I was a baby, my first word I ever said was kitty. I did not say mommy, daddy. I said kitty, which cracks my mom up because our cat when I was a baby was 1 year old when I was born. So he and I grew up together, mind you. And literally from the time I could, every single night I would sleep with this cat. I have been a cat person since I was born. Like my mom said, I was barely like I would crawl because the cat was around. And this cat was the most gentle cat. Ricky was amazing. But my mom's like, yeah, that's what we got. You know, you would crawl because of the cat, you know, because I was not very motivated to crawl apparently. So just like the cat was the thing that got me to crawl. But I've always had a cat. There's only been a few years I did not have a cat. That was not long before I moved to Connecticut. While I was in Connecticut, and then once we moved here, I had cats at Andrew's parents' house, and then I had no cats for a couple of years till we got Snitch. And so cats have been a huge part of my life. They are essential to my mental health at this point. Like I have Jimmy. I love my Jimmy. Don't get me wrong. Jimmy's just a bird, so it's different. But cats are just the thing for me, have always been the thing for me. And when Snitch passed away, that's why we only made it 4 days. Well, that's not only why, but at the 4 day mark with no cat, I could tell. I told them, I'm like, I am tumbling into a depression. I need to go touch some cats. I need to go snuggle and pet some cats because I need that. And we did that. And then we found these two. And they were precious and just adorable. So this one, I am not sure how it's going to resin up for the sheer purpose of it's a fairly smooth surface. And this does not have a full vinyl wrap to it. So I'm going to see how this one does. I'm not incredibly, like, if I sell this one, that's going to be like, hey, this may or may not stick for long, which if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world because I did use permanent vinyl on this part. So it tends to stick real well. But if I give it a little bit of a thicker coat of vinyl, if I give it a little thicker coat of resin, it should. There is so much fighting. There's this one lady. I'm not so sure she's mentally all there. Someone keeps bugging the shit out of her, and she screams all the time. Like, I guess the cops were called the other day. It's kind of annoying. Like, I'm not going to be stuck up, but we definitely are a more, not higher class, but a lot of the people that live around here are exceedingly low income because these places are fairly cheap and just not nice people. So I'm not being stuck up here, but it's kind of like for the way we live, not the way, but our personalities, like it's so different than most of the people that live around here. Like it's kind of in a way, it's we just want to live quiet life to that we want to live. And it's hard to do that sometimes when you live around people that are constantly screaming and fighting. And we've had to call the cops before because our neighbors across the way from us just were very, very, very violent at the time. And we called the cops because it's like, no, there was a dude out there harassing a woman. And we're like, we aren't putting up with that. We don't put up with any form of abuse around here. Like, and I grew up with my father was kind of abusive to my mother in ways, and You know, they had fights and shit, but they're like fighting. Not to mention, it's just hard right now for everybody. I need a slightly thinner piece right here. Let's get up. Ridiculous. Like, she's asking him to leave. He should just be leaving. I don't know if they're boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know my neighbors at all. I know my neighbor next door is very quiet, which I greatly appreciate from him. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cure that here. We're going to get up this. Go ahead and throw this. This one is pretty close to being done being used, so we're going to throw that off there. Oh, I'm going to set that on a 2. You know. I think other people are getting involved. Somebody got involved, like, dude, get the fuck out of here. She's asking you to leave. There we go. And that's gonna cure. I'm not sure. I'll stick with the resin for sure on this one. I have the money. I may look into an acrylic thing. I do have an acrylic sealer, but it's hard to use. So. But I feel like if somebody asks you to leave, to stop, to do anything, you should do that immediately. Like, just back down. And I know we don't all do that. I don't do that very well, but. Okay. I made it through 4 binkies with that. Well, 4.5 binkies. Or sorry, 3.5 binkies. With that one stick before it cured too much. Because this is UV resin, it does cure in sunlight. So I have to pull that one down to the edge. So any UV rays coming in will start to cure it eventually. It still doesn't cure it doesn't cure like normal resin does. Thank God. Normal resin starts curing immediately. But UV resin stays this way until it is hit with UV light, which is handy. Just going to give this a little bit more here, a little bit more on top just to kind of level it out a little bit. And there goes my son. The sun is both wonderful and a problem for me. There we go. That is gorgeously level. Okay. Let's take a peek here. There we go. Oh, let me get this over here actually. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to set this one aside, and then I'll let this one cure a little bit. And I'm only partially curing just so that it doesn't continue to flow. And then I'll go ahead and work on this button real quick while it does that. This button I probably don't need the resin, but I'm going to. And then I'm just going to kind of let it flow around itself as much as possible. The warmer the fluid is, the better it flows. So all the way down there. There we go. And then we will guide it over the rest of the way toward this. That one was easy. Using a little bit of heat from my, try to pop those air bubbles. I may have to pull a pin out and do that because it doesn't want to pop. There's a pin. Oh, I'm not listening. Let me. Oh, my kitty went away. Doug, I can't. I'm shaking. There we go. Ah, that one popped itself. Yay. All right, I need to move that back so I have a work surface. There we go. One last one for now. That one that's a little bit of an air bubble, which will fix itself once I get something on it. Hi, kitty. That must be Leo. Yep. Hi, Leo. Hi, Leo. Hi, kitty. He's like, Mama, what? Do you need attentions? Hi, baby. Hi, baby boy. You cannot lay there. Well, I mean, I guess you can, but it's a little inconvenient for me, little man. He's really starting to show his affection more, which is nice because Hi. That was adorable. But he's really starting to show more affection, which I am so pleased about because I was kind of worried. Oh, he's licking my foot. You really want Mama, don't you? Hi, baby. He's so cute. Yeah, you're a good boy. He is a precious little thing. He definitely seeks out human contact more than Simon. But he's really just starting to want to snuggle more. I mean, he always snuggles me a little bit, but he's like, I think last night was the first time at 4 a.m. that he really truly was like, hey, I want to be snuggly. This one is going, it's dripping. Oopsies. And there we go. We cure for about 90 seconds. And then that should be it. Where'd you go, dude? Hi. He's getting to the point where I think he's actually enjoying being picked up and pet. Nice. Okay, mommy will get her gloves off real quick and come hold you. Because he's just asking for it right now, which is not normal. There. Little baby. Hi. Hi, purry boy. Hi. Hello. Hello, baby. He does not let me pick him up like this usually. Hi. Right the time. Okay. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, you want the neck? Okay. You're such a good boy. This is a first. He does not ask to be picked up. Like, he'll tolerate if we pick him up, but he does not ask for it. Hi, sweetie. You're getting so much more better. Want to get down now? You're getting cat hair all over my stuff. Okay, now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna set these on while they're outdoors. Let's just give them this. Let's just do this thing. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of a paper towel type of situation on there if I can find them. I think I'm out of the ones in here, so I might have to. Excuse me, guys. I know I'm burpy. I need to. I just touched it, but that's okay. It's partial cure. I do need to weight it so that it doesn't fly off my chair. And I just put them on a surface like this so that they can go out and get the sun. And they only need to be out there for I leave them out there for a couple hours because it works really great. But give me 1 minute. Hang on. Like I said, I still have to figure out. All right, what can I use up there? Okay. It is gorgeous out there, guys. God, it's so beautiful. Don't feel like this needs that one. There we go. So, we're going to move the computer. Well, you done me and that I felt it. Something I melted. Go right through the cracks. We gotta cut out some masks. All right, we're doing this. Oops, think building. Like that. And this. And this. Let me know if that wind is too loud for you guys. I don't know where my pattern went. There it is. I don't know where my scissors went either. Where are my scissors? I'll use these ones, but I don't want to. I'll figure out where I put my fabric scissors. They're probably around somewhere. I bet they're under here. Somewhere around here. My kitties dumped everything yesterday, so the breath fogged up the glass. Where are my sewing scissors? These scissors are still perfectly good for fabric. They're not my special tendon scissors, so. We're going to excuse me. Of course, I didn't do the thing. Oh. All right. I might have to close that window for a little bit. It's blowing me. Fuck. Hang on. Did I forget that one? Please tell me I forgot that one. I can't find one of the Binky things. I'll be back in a few. I gotta find that. Okay. It's just too windy out there right now for that. Thankfully, they were cured enough that it didn't have anything stick to it. Hello, Skip. Sorry. That was tiring. I couldn't find the one. Whew. Good one. Leave the binkies alone, dude. And put those in a little bit more stable position. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're good. Something that is on my list very soon is to get an actual UV light. Because apparently I can't do this outside very well. Where are those? We already did the butterfly one. Okay. Let's do the cat one next. I'm not sure how this one will go. It is technically a second-hand thing. All that matters is that I can get a few. I might have just cut a few of these. Try to keep a kitty in the midst of it, if I can. I'll probably just line this one with black. Of course, where's my scissors? I really wish I knew where my other scissors were, unless they're in here. Hey Siri. Not listening to me. I'm not sure how this one's gonna actually go. I'm actually going to flip this one over when I cut it, so I know where I'm cutting. I've seen funny pictures of like people hanging out with friends in a parking lot with all their cars parked several feet apart, and they're all hanging out in their trunks and drinking coffee. It's funny. I'm like, hey, that's technically within the thing. Yeah. Right. This is about the only way I could actually wear a mask, in all honesty, is because I can't handle things. Cannot stand it. I don't know why I'm sitting here cutting out one of these. I guess I wanted some color options for this person. There we go. We got plenty of that. Okay, so we got 1, 2. Now we need this one. Set this aside for now. So I'm actually going to use a different color on the, where'd the, is it in here? Oh, it's probably under here. Yep, okay. cut a couple of these out because then I'll be right at my, I guess I could cut from the top. I'm going to cut the bias tape out of this one because I don't have one that'll match that real nicely. So there's that, and I'm going to use this strip. I guess no, because I need a longer one. I'm only one. I probably should make another mask for Hannah. Well, she can have a Sonic one. I think she'll enjoy that one. I'll do that. Go. All right. All right, now we got to cut out sorry, it's itchy. Okay, so we have a tie-dye. I have to look back at a message from Hannah. Butterfly mask, okay. I do need a butterfly mask. That's what I thought. I'm like, I remember something about a butterfly mask. This is folded differently. I thought oh, Sharon brought that to work, right? Okay. See you later. Sorry, I didn't pay attention earlier to that. I walked into a honky donkey just another day. A little more in a minute. There we go. 2 of those. I think they're home. According to Jimmy, everybody's home. Yep. He is my little alarm dog, alarm bird. Hi. Hi, Silent Leo. Alright, there we go. Now I just have to cut out the black. Hopefully, I have enough. This is going to need to be lint rolled. Oh, yeah, I have enough. Good. I'll fold it best I can. I should have plenty. Maybe I'll go the length. I'm gonna use this. Because this is technical. Yeah. For your life. Why? What? Why? What? Well, so he's like in the room every night. Uh-huh. And he keeps running 3 feet and then getting scared. And he runs directly to where I'm putting groceries. He's a weirdie. Okay. I got this. Skin and coat. And that. I'm gonna go ahead and open this and see if he'll eat it. If he doesn't like it, we'll just return it. So Simon came and asked to be picked up and snuggled. Or not Simon, Leo. If a dog had been standing here in my way, and I was like, yeah, no way, I'm sorry for the groceries, you know what I've done? Just sat down right there. You can't step over a dog. Not as easily. Okay. Put that all over there. Have I really only been at this an hour and a half? Resin things don't take that long. That one is still a little bit clumpy, which makes me annoyed. I might have to rethink that particular design because it doesn't seem to work out real well. And I'm not sure why. I need a lint roller. I really need a lint roller. This particular fabric, if you have cats, found the lint roller.
Brittany, from now on, you buy tortillas at Walmart.
Okay.
And that's where we buy you Imodium knockoff because it is fantastically cheaper.
I know. I need to take some Imodium actually. There we go. That's so much better. This particular fabric is a lynx accepting fabric.
You're gonna help Mama sew. We're trying to see if Simon likes the new food.
Oh, it was so cute. He
came
in to snuggle. All right. I'm just gonna lay this out and cut it. Yeah, you're getting locked in for just a minute, buddy. You'll be able to go out in a minute. Oh, good. These will be perfect. Oh, I don't have it in my ear. I'm like, where's the other part of that song? I really hope the cat likes that food because it's annoying feeding them different food. They'll let you out in a minute. Don't have such an attitude. He's like, I've been locked in. It's a death sentence. Okay, we can skip this one now. Not, I'm going to my favorite section. And I'm going to take out some songs because okay.
Please like this.
Okay.
This was $5.
I don't care. It's fine. It's mac and cheese. Thank you.
Sorry. Not bad.
It won't let me move it down. There we go. Is he eating it? Did he eat the food? What's under there? There's something under there. Oh, doesn't matter. Hi. Did you like the food? Hi, Simon. Come here, baby. Hi. Hi, Leo. There we go. About all my hand can handle for cutting out right now because I don't have my normal things. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and real quick stitch all these together because they do need to be put together. Those are gonna be a little bit long. Oh, for sure they're gonna be a little bit long. But they're gonna be a little bit short otherwise, so I'll just put them all together and cut it in half. Or not in half, but I'll just cut it down. All right, let me quick sew these together. You guys are gonna move a little bit for a moment. So just got us a quick stitch. Oops. This one's really just don't work well. I don't know why this one always does this. Like the other ones are great, but that one doesn't look great. So I think I'm gonna have to take that particular design of, like, it shouldn't be a problem, but it just doesn't look great. I don't know why. Whoa. Hang on, I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. So did he eat it? Yeah, no, he's not very.
And before you complained, they were, yes, I got things. You got the cheese that we said you weren't going to get, so.
Wait, what?
I got cheese. Good. Oh, that's awesome. Started looking at my feet, and he wanted me to pick him up. There, we got the Gatorade. Good. We got you a pack. Yes. That worked. We argued, and I was wrong. What? That it's cheaper to go when they're on sale. It's still cheaper to buy the big pack. Yes. Also, the benefit of the big packs is like, I like to put it in my bottle, so it, it fits really well in there. Which I shouldn't have argued with because it totally makes financial sense, but it to make you think that the more expensive product ends up being a little bit cheaper, which is totally fine with me. What flavor did we get? Yes. All right, you don't know you. What are these? Oh,
got really hungry.
You know what? We can go to that Chinese section there. And walk past and see they have full steaming cup of Szechuan egg.
Ah.
I think they currently have a family of 4 meal deal going
Right.
on for $19.99.
Oh, that's not bad.
4 pints.
Oh, that's really good. That's a really good deal.
4
Oh, yeah.
4 crab ranch foods, a 2-liter of soda.
Oh, yeah. That's a really good deal. He says no to a lot of shit that's stupid. All right. Let's get this iron up here because Kitty's, of course, knocked it over. I've exhausted all my energy. No recompense. All right, we're starting to get that sun in here. Yay! It's good for my stuff. Gotta cure it real quick that way. That's as far as that can go. But I am going to be over here for a little while, so I figured I'd do that. I'll set those aside for now. So fucked up they refuse to fucking stay. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. Okay, those are gonna go over here. That's won't be involved. We've got 4 to do today. Not too bad. So we're gonna give. We're gonna go ahead and real quick press. Oops, let's fill up my iron before I even turn it on. We'll fill it up. There we go. Oops. This is a wee bit long, but it's okay. It can be a wee bit long. Does not have to be fully hot for this part yet. Hi, Simon. Hello, kitty. In that big somewhere out there. All right. It definitely does not need to be this long, but that's okay. flip this one over and see if I can go. This is so cute. Got a little dad walking with his kid, or sibling walking with his sister or something, or uncle with his niece. It's cute. My brain starts to sing a lullaby. I have to go for a walk in a little while. Once I finish some masks, I will go for a walk because it looks gorgeous out there. It's a little too long. It's definitely too long. But it's okay. Cut. Why was that hot? Something was hot right there. Oh, it was coming through. Ow, it's a little too much heat right there. This is the hardest part. I hate doing this. Yeah, there's no way I will need this full length of it, but we'll need at least that. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut it down to this size. Oh, I see. Maybe this was just should be a 44 inch. Oh yeah, let's plug it on that. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a bit extra. Actually, I wonder if I do this as an edge, just for the hell of it. What do we have? Kind of want this to be like right at the edge. That'd be helpful, kind of. I'm gonna cut that off and we'll go from there. That should be funny. I'll do it when we do it. No, it's fine. I mean, those are plenty cured. I don't really need to leave them in the sun longer, but I will. I do not need this much length, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It is still a little too much steam. Don't ever. Under there is hot. Ow, hot. that's why I went down. Yeah. All right, 2. There's 1.
So I did 600 horsepower directly. On tracks.
There we go. That went a little faster. That's good. Hi, Simon. Are you close? Never wanted to let go. Numbers left your arms. Hi, Simon. What are you up to? There's a Simon climbing around. What you doing, buddy? He's exploring. 2. Alrighty, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and close up the stream. It's been 2 hours. So I'm going to go just keep on going with this. So y'all have an awesome day. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.